Assin Manso. This is where they took their last bath before they go to the.
You probably got to do video on your what you call it.
Okay, okay,
Because I don't have
all right. Okay, so Kofi Atta is gonna be our guide inside there, and then we're gonna take it now. Okay, so we are entering now. We are entering the Assin Manso slave market, going to the slave river, where they actually slavery took their last bath, where they were sold to the slave masters. From here to Cape Coast, it's almost about 45 an hour minute.
Graveyard, male born on Friday. In our customs, we give names to children based on the day they are born.
Right.
Welcome once again to Assin Manso Ancestral Graveyard. This is where our ancestors had their very last bath from the motherland before they were taken to the new world. There is a slave market to be visiting very soon and a slave river where our ancestors had their very last bath. Assin Manso here played a very critical role during the transatlantic slave trade era. Our ancestors who were stolen away from us here, taken to the new world, had their very last bath in Assin Manso here. Long before the arrival of the Europeans, our ancestors were living in states and in kingdoms. Greater portions of our continent here were very thick forests. They were always on the move, moving from one place to the other in search of resources. Good land for farming, good water for their own use and that of their animals. Whenever they move, they have, so they always go for war. These were not wars to kill each other, but wars to take possession of those resources and the individuals they were meeting there. Those slaves were not put in chains and in shackles, neither were they starved, they were not owned as properties. They served for a period of time, and when that time is up, they were free to go and continue living their life as any normal person would be living. They were not owned as properties. Those who had expertise, such as farming, those who know how to use the herbals to cure diseases, were using this expertise they had to cure diseases for themselves and the people that got access to them. This activity went on for a very long time until the arrival of the Europeans. The very first group of Europeans who came to the motherland here were the Portuguese. They came to a community called Elmina. The name of that community was a corrupted version of a name that was given to them by the Portuguese. They were here to trade and they got a lot of gold from that community. So they named the place Almina, which means the mine in the Portuguese language. It was corrupted from Almina to Elbe and traded with our ancestors. They traded in items such as gold, ivory, lettuce, pepper, and other spices. The system of trade at the time was known as barter trade.